The anticipation surrounding the new Alien movie, currently titled Alien Romulus, is palpable amongst fans of the legendary sci-fi horror franchise. After years of struggling to reinvigorate the series, 20th Century Studios finally seemed prepared to deliver the Alien sequel that fans have been waiting for. Today, we will comprehensively cover everything we know so far about this upcoming 5th installment in the saga, from the basic plot details to the cast and crew bringing the film to life. What we know about the plot. While concrete story details remain tightly under wraps, the basic framework of Alien Romulus plot has been publicly shared to tease what fans can expect. This latest chapter will decidedly take the franchise in a fresh direction, foregoing direct ties to the prior films in favor of introducing a new setting and cast of characters untouched by Saga's past events. The narrative will follow a group of young people, though their exact relationships remain unclear. We know this eclectic band of survivors somehow ends up stranded together on an alien planet distantly removed from Earth. Likely they're settlers, spacefarers, or colonists of some kind, now isolated and forced to band together relying on their wits and limited sources alone. Though this planet itself may be unfamiliar cosmic territory, a very familiar threat lurks in the shadows: the predatory xenomorphs. The iconic HR Giger-designed creatures, which have terrorized audiences across this decade-spanning franchise, will return once more. This ensures while Alien Romulus does not serve as an outright sequel or direct prequel, it promises to integrate the series' most crucial and fear-inducing component into whatever nightmare await the characters. With legendary director Ridley Scott himself on board as a producer, fans also speculate there may be subtle connections or references to his recent, more mythology-focused Alien prequels, Prometheus and Alien Covenant, woven throughout this latest installment. Scott's plan for the architects behind the xenomorphs, the engineers, as well as the exploration of rogue AI like Michael Fassbender's David could potentially be integrated. Alternatively, Romulus may sidestep these themes entirely in favor of a clean narrative slate. Regardless, based on the premise alone, Romulus seems ideally positioned to emphasize suspense and atmospheric horror, returning the franchise to its gritty roots after some more recent action-oriented entries. By stranding vulnerable characters against the pure survival threat of the xenomorphs alone, devoid of advanced technology or weaponry, it promises to boil the franchise down to its scintillating essence. Introducing director Fede Alvarez. Romulus' director Fede Alvarez, whose name horror fans should instantly recognize. Alvarez has developed a reputation for suspenseful, visceral storytelling that ratchets up tension through atmosphere, sound design, and off-Hitler situations rather than extreme blood and gore. His films immerse audiences in a palpable sense of dread and unease. Alvarez broke out with his 2013 remake of Evil Dead, which managed to impress fans of Sam Raimi's iconic original franchise by balancing homage with his own distinct style. Alvarez continued growing his flair of horror in 2016's sleeper hit Don't Breathe, a terrifying, unique home invasion thriller centered around a blind antagonist that kept viewers gripped with claustrophobic cat-and-mouse games. With a razor-sharp grasp of nuanced pacing and well-earned jump scares, his abilities seem tailored to inject the perfect amount of adrenaline into Alien franchise's signature brand of sci-fi meets horror. Romulus, Alvarez is working from a script that reteams him with his regular creative collaborator, Rodo Siegs. Siegs co-wrote both Evil Dead and Don't Breathe with Alvarez, so their partnership is perfectly in sync, and they will no doubt be receiving substantial input from Ridley Scott throughout the process. Scott's oversight as the generally recognized godfather of this beloved series will assure the production accurately captures what fans have come to expect from these nightmare-inducing xenomorphs. Letting this visionary duo riff on Alien under his guidance seems like a formula for terror magic. The cast. While full casting has yet to be announced, Alien Romulus has already begun attaching its principal leads, and in keeping with franchise tradition, the film's core cast skews notably young in age and features relatively unknown rising talent getting their major breakout shot on a massive platform. Leading the cast is Kaylee Huddle, a charismatic up and corner best known for her scene-stealing role as a young deaf girl who communicates with Godzilla in Godzilla vs. Kong. Billed as her first leading role, Huddle has the raw talent and charm to potentially echo past franchise leads like Sigourney Weaver. Co-starring alongside is Isabella Sermon, who herself broke out as a titular explorer in 2019's Dora and the Lost City of Gold. Sermon has already shown herself adept at anchoring young skewing blockbuster adventures, making her another intriguing fit. Beyond the leads, Italian character Archie Renault will also feature prominently. Renault turned heads as the handsome new love interest on season 4 of Netflix hit teen romance Sex Education. Known for brooding charm and smoldering looks, he should appeal nicely to target demographics. Additional cast includes Spike Fern, David Heyman, and Eileen Wu in mystery supporting roles ripe for speculation. Why this movie excites fans? A large part of palpable excitement around Alien Romulus comes from just how long devotees of this horror sci-fi staple have waited for a satisfying new installment. After the critical and commercial shortcomings of both Prometheus and Alien Covenant in the 2010s, the franchise stumbled in its attempts to expand the lore and mythos. Various proposed follow-ups, including Neil Blomkamp's highly anticipated Alien 5 plans directly sequelizing Aliens, languished in development hell for years without ever going before cameras. To many, it seemed the series had simply run out of steam. Yet, the recent success of standalone entry Prey proved that when done right, the intrinsically terrifying concept of the Alien franchise still packed serious box office bite. Prey captured fans' imagination by taking xenomorph threat back to basics in a simple yet ingenious new setting. Now, with the momentous news of Alien Romulus rapidly approaching theaters in 2024, 20th Century Studios finally appears fully reinvested in the property's future, greenlighting multiple new films as well as intriguing TV series from visionary Fargo showrunner Noah Hawley. Make no mistake, this signals a major streaming and theatrical resurgence is at hand, and Ridley Scott overseeing the first salvo immediately commands attention. The mastermind behind the 1979 original has described alien biology as his sole franchise, and even with entries that divided critics and fans, Scott's creative attachment ensures a baseline of continuity and quality control. Pairing him with an ideal next-generation horror stylist like Fede Alvarez hints at a feature worthy of revival enthusiasm. While unlikely to directly continue Alan Ripley's canonical storylines, Romulus may launch story threads or world-building concepts that could thread throughout a renaissance. Scott himself has hinted this evolution sets up future sequels, pending box office. So anticipation is high that with Scott as Guardian and survival horror back at the forefront, the series is returning to roots, while laying seeds for a properly glorious resurgence beyond. Release date and filming details. Alien Romulus has already completed primary photography as of July 2023, a major milestone suggesting proper care and resources are being invested this time. The film shot on location across an assortment of practical sets and studio sound stages. Fede Alvarez confirmed they utilized cutting-edge virtual production techniques for certain scenes as well. With shooting wrapped, Romulus has now entered the all-important post-production phase where editing, visual effects, musical scoring, and other essential finishing touches come together. In closing, it is simply exciting to be on the cusp of brand new alien mythology once again after so many years in limbo. Alien Romulus may not directly continue Alan Ripley's story, but it stands poised to honor the franchise's legacy. Between its atmosphere-driven premise, pedigreed horror director, and returning oversight from Ridley Scott, hopes are high that the series is returning to its roots to deliver a tense, scary, and ultimate satisfying chapter for fans when Romulus strikes theaters in 2024. And in the meantime, the debates and theories shall continue raging. What nightmares will this new evolution of the xenomorph hold? We must wait and see.